Hello, guys. My name is Patrick Johnson, and I was the writer and director of this film called Wounded Days. And this is just an audio commentary of just me talking about the story and how it all came together and worked out for us. The film was originally made from the feature film I made called Tactical Operations, which is in the works, but it's about finished of the editing process. Anyway, this the film really just to depict the veteran PTSD aspect of the characters that were shown in Tactical Operations, and in this film we go into the victim character, and in Tactical Operations his name is Matthew Harris, but we don't really go into that with this film. As you can see here, we get flashbacks of the victim going through, a ordeal where he's seeing his friend and how he's down dead, and now he's just now accepting that he's died and it's all his fault. And we don't really know how it happened, and we don't know really who it is who's died, but it's a person that he cared about, and now he's living through nightmares and tragedies, which a lot of people who have this issue go through. Nightmares are kind of a part of their life, and it's upsetting. And the black and white was really to show that the time that he's always going through, and as you can see with these flashbacks, it's a dark time in his life, and he doesn't. It's not really a thing that he wishes to remember, and that's why I think the style of using black and white in this film was perfect to use, because nowadays black and white films are no longer really appreciated, and usually it's usually only appreciated through style, and especially in these times. Another thing was that a lot of these shots were filmed in town where I lived. They were filmed wherever I could go. I didn't really have a budget. I didn't have permits. It was guerrilla filmmaking. I just went out and did my thing with my friends. Again, it was from a feature film, but it became a short film. This scene, as it's in black and white, this scene was to many people, it didn't really make sense, and there was really there was no self-ideal of it. Like, I didn't really describe it, and in reality people think of what the scene is really, is that they think that it's just a guy that he's talking to, but in reality it's really himself that he's talking to. The guy that he's seeing right now is a figment of his imagination, and again, it's something that it's not self-explanatory. It's something that you have to figure out. As I did, again, it's in black and white, just shows something. It's also, the windows are well lit. It's all white, so that was also to show his consciousness and his outside world of his head. And again, this character was just a person that he's basically talking to in his head. He's going through this ordeal, and he's basically looking into himself for help, and he's so isolated, and he's so alone that he has to do this. He has to try to figure it out for himself. This is another scene that also happened in his flashback times, where, again, another friend that he had was killed in front of his eyes, and again, it's the dog tags right here. It shows that he cared, and he's been holding on to them. So another thing that, again, why he cares. Another shot of him in town. This is my favorite shot. It's the pan's fantastic, and the lighting is great. But yeah, again, this is the windows, as you can see right there, and the lights, and the use of imagery and symbolism. I try to do that with this film a lot, with the idealism of Stanley Kubrick with visuals, and Christopher Nolan with story and characters and how important they are. Like, usually every character you see in this film is important. There's always an importance to this character, and too many characters. And even here you see a little clip of my brother, who was another friend of his, who we don't really know about. We have no idea what his fate was. And again, this is the shot where
You need to move on.
the unknown tells him, you need to move on, and a cut to the beach, which is, I think, the best shot of the film. Even though I already said one of my favorites was the pan in town with the balcony, but that was my favorite shot, the beach. And again, now we see the dog tags now not being thrown, not being, neglected, but being let go, just dropped, left in the ocean. And water, in my opinion, the why I came here to film it, water means life. Water means another chance, hope. And
hope is obtainable.
As you hear, hope is obtainable after all. And the film is also dedicated to Max Bromwell, which he was on board with the original feature film, Tactical Operations, with his full support. And this film again was just to show the problem that veteran PTSD has, and also Joe Falabella did fantastic music for it. He hit the tone completely well, and also the cast did a great job. And I'm really thankful that my teacher and the people who saw the film at Five Towns College at the Media Arts Show really liked it and enjoyed it so much that they were able to give it the grant to show it at the other film festival. So that's really it. That's the film. Hope you guys enjoyed this little commentary I did, and talk to you guys later.